Hello, and welcome to morning prayer with St. James Cathedral. My name is Sean, and today we will be praying using the Book of Alternative Services. Before we begin, I would like to say that today is the feast day of St. Jerome, priest and monk of Bethlehem, and it is also the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, so there will be special prayers later in the service. Now we begin on page 46 in the Book of Alternative Services. Let us confess our sins against God and our neighbor. Most merciful God, we confess that we have sinned against you in thought, word, and deed, by what we have done and by what we have left undone. We have not loved you with our whole heart. We have not loved our neighbors as ourselves. We are truly sorry and we humbly repent. For the sake of your Son, Jesus Christ, have mercy on us and forgive us, that we may delight in your will and walk in your ways, to the glory of your name. Amen. Almighty God, have mercy upon us, pardon and deliver us from all our sins, confirm and strengthen us in all goodness, and keep us in eternal life. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Lord, open our lips, and our mouth shall proclaim your praise. O God, make speed to save us. O Lord, make haste to help us. Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and will be forever. Amen. Alleluia. The Lord is glorious in his saints. O come, let us worship. Now let us say together the Jubilate on page 49. Be joyful in the Lord, all you lands. Serve the Lord with gladness, and come before his presence with a song. Know this, the Lord himself is God. He himself has made us, and we are his. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving. Go into his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and call upon his name. For the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting, and his faithfulness endures from age to age. The Lord is glorious in his saints. O come, let us worship. The psalm selected for today is Psalm 105, Part 1, and it can be found on page 845. Give thanks to the Lord and call upon his name. Make known his deeds among the peoples. Sing to him, sing praises to him, and speak of all his marvelous works. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Search for the Lord and his strength. Continually seek his face. Remember the marvels he has done, his wonders, and the judgments of his mouth. O offspring of Abraham his servant, O children of Jacob his chosen. He is the Lord our God. His judgments prevail in all the world. He has always been mindful of his covenant, the province he made for 1,000 generations. The covenant he made with Abraham, the oath he swore to Isaac, which he established as a statute for Jacob, an everlasting covenant for Israel, saying, to you will I give the land of Canaan, to be your allotted inheritance. When they were few in number, of little account, and sojourners in the land, wandering from one nation to a nation, and from one kingdom to another. He let no one oppress them, and rebuked kings for their sake, saying, do not touch my anointed, and do my prophets no harm. Then he called for a famine in the land and destroyed the supply of bread. He sent a man before them, Joseph, who was sold as a slave. They bruised his feet in fetters. His neck they put in an iron collar, until his prediction came to pass. The word of the Lord tested him. The king sent and released him. The ruler of the peoples set him free. He set him as master over his household, as a ruler over all his possessions, to instruct his princes according to his will, and to teach his elders wisdom. The reading for today is from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 7, verses 22 to 29. A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew. On that day, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, we did not prophesy in your name, and cast out demons in your name, and do many deeds of power in your name. Then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Go away from me, you evildoers. Everyone then who hears these words of mine and acts on them will be like a wise man who built his house on rock. The rain fell, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, but it did not fall, because it had been founded on rock. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does not act on them will be like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell, and great was its fall. Now when Jesus had finished saying these, the crowds were astounded at his teaching, for he taught them as one having authority, not as their scribes. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Let us pray. Glory to God in the highest, and peace to his people on earth. Lord God, heavenly King, almighty God and Father, we worship you, we give you thanks, we praise you for your glory. Lord Jesus Christ, only Son of the Father, Lord God, Lamb of God, you take away the sin of the world. Have mercy on us. You are seated at the right hand of the Father. Receive our prayer. For you alone are the Holy One. You alone are the Lord. You alone are the Most High, Jesus Christ, with the Holy Spirit, in the glory of God the Father. Amen. Now, let us say together the Apostles' Creed, which can be found on page 52 in the Book of Alternative Services. I believe in God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth. I believe in Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord. He was conceived by the power of the Holy Spirit and born of the Virgin Mary. He suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried. He descended to the dead. On the third day he rose again. He ascended into heaven, and is seated at the right hand of the Father. He will come again to judge the living and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and the life everlasting. The response to the bidding, Lord, hear our prayer, is let our cry come unto thee. Lord, hear our prayer, and let our cry come unto thee. We pray for the leaders of the Church throughout the world, for Justin, Archbishop of Canterbury, Linda, our Primate, Anne, our Metropolitan, and Mark, our National Indigenous Archbishop. For Andrew, our Diocesan Bishop, and all of our area bishops. For Stephen, our Dean, and all the clergy and people throughout our cathedral and diocese. For all Christians everywhere, especially those persecuted for their faith. Lord, let your church be a beacon of light, especially in this time of darkness. Lord, hear our prayer, and let our cry come unto thee. We pray for the Queen and all who govern in our country, province, and city. We pray for all leaders throughout the world. Help them, God, to bring your justice and peace. Lord, hear our prayer, and let our cry come unto thee. We pray for all those in need in our community. We pray for the lonely, the sick, the suffering, the hungry, the homeless, and those who mourn. We pray for refugees, prisoners, and captives. We pray for victims of racism and people who live in places of war. We pray for all the people of Afghanistan and for Michael Spavor and Michael Kovrig. For all those in our hearts and those whom we have forgotten. Lord, hear our prayer, and let our cry come unto thee. Let us pray for those who have died, especially the victims of the COVID-19 pandemic, and those whom we remember now. That God will take them to himself with Saint Mary, the Mother of our Lord, Saint James, our patron, and all the saints in light. Rest eternal grant unto them, O Lord, and let light perpetual shine upon them. Heavenly One, you have heard the prayers of your faithful people. You know our needs before we ask, and our ignorance in asking. Grant our requests as may be best for us. We ask this in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ our Lord, who lives and reigns with you and the Holy Spirit, one God, now and forever. Amen. Now let us say together the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. O God, who gave us the Holy Scriptures as a light to shine upon our path, grant us, after the example of your servant Jerome, so to learn of you according to your holy word, that we may find the light that shines more and more to the perfect day. In Jesus Christ our Lord, who lives and reigns with you and the Holy Spirit, one God, now and forever. Amen. O God, you declare your almighty power chiefly in showing mercy and pity. Grant us the fullness of your grace, that we, running to obtain your promises, may become partakers of your heavenly treasure. Through Jesus Christ our Lord, who lives and reigns with you and the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen. We pray for all Indigenous peoples in this land. We pray for the nation of Canada, that we would be a people committed to the truth and working towards reconciliation with those we've harmed in the past. Lord, have mercy upon us. Almighty God, you have given us grace at this time, with one accord, to make our common supplication to you. And you have promised through your well-beloved Son, that when 2 or 3 are gathered together in his name, you will be in the midst of them. Fulfill now, O Lord, our desires and petitions as may be best for us, granting us in this world knowledge of your truth, and the age to come life everlasting. Amen. Let us bless the Lord. Thanks be to God. May the God of hope fill us with all joy and peace in believing through the power of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you so much for praying with me, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.